All right, we are here. Hey, everybody. Hi, hello, hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. A little later than usual. I was busy working on work. I'm trying to work on doing some AI VO for a friend of mine's sci-fi game. So I have been very lax about getting to that. So I needed to get some time in on that today. So I did, and now I'm gonna finish the day with some transcriptions, and let's hope the audio works on this. For some reason, the Windows update. You're never supposed to do Windows update. The Windows update reset all my audio routing. I think I got it fixed, but we'll see. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a really good week. It's been very busy, but it's been very good. So everyone's doing well. Everyone's staying safe, and hopefully the vaccines are rolling out, which is great. My mom got hers this week, her first dose of two. So she's really happy. We're really happy for her because she's over 70. So she's in the age bracket where it could be troublesome. And yeah, I think we might as well just jump right in here. Let's see what we got here. Here's our main screen. Say hi if you're on the chat, just so you can check out and say hi. So what I've been doing is I'm working on the Catacombs piece for the Truxia album I'm working on, and I'm playing with a new. Hey Federico, how are you, sir? So I'm playing with the new. God, the system. It's funny. It's a brand new system, yet when I'm streaming, it just like hiccups and dies. Well, I'm using a very old piece of software called Transcribe, which we're going to see if this will work today for transcribing stuff. I seem to have a lot running, but we'll figure out. If Transcribe's not working, then we'll just go do something else. Um, so right now I've been working on this cue just to get a feel for the Catacombs music that I'm writing. And what I've been doing is you guys can see. Um this might be fun for you guys to check out, guys and girls. Hey Daga7, how are you? Good to see you. So I'm starting a new way of writing music. I'm now kind of writing music um without the film. So I need to figure out a way to tell a story with the music where there's no film. And so I'm kind of inventing the narrative or inventing the flow. So I built this design document. Actually, Brad helped me out. Brad over at Film Score. Well, Brad Fry. So I built this. It actually seems to be working pretty well. And what I did was, I don't know if you guys can see this, and girls, but I've got these tabs over here. And so I got this idea actually from Brad when I was asking him for help. I was like, how do I do this? And, well, the first thing is over here, I have this great 22 rules of storytelling by Pixar, which really apply to writing narrative music. Yeah, transcribe's good. I have it. I don't know how well it's going to work when I'm streaming. It works really well when I'm like on my laptop downstairs because that's the only thing the processor is doing. But I don't know. It seems to be really sluggish on this machine, so we'll see. But so this is like my little motivational template that I use, and I'm loading it for this first album project, and I'm probably going to use it for every single project that I do because it's been so helpful. So the first is my little philosophical thing, the 22 rules of Pixar that has been floating around the internet. It's just Pixar's, you know, reminders of what to think about as they're writing a story. Trying for theme is important, but you won't see the story is actually about till you're at the end of it. Rewrite. I like this one. Once upon a time, there was blank. Every day, blank. One day, blank. Because of that, blank. Because of that, blank. Until finally, blank. And ever since that day, blank. Simplify. Focus. Combine characters. Hop over detours. You'll feel like you're losing valuable stuff, but it sets you free. Putting it on paper lets you start fixing it. Rule 11. If it stays in your head, a perfect idea, you'll never share it with anyone. This is why you sketch. So I have this, which is nice. And then as I'm drilling down to a project, I like to kind of stay organized. So the first thing I did was I just wrote a list of all of the original soundtracks that are inspiring me. So you can kind of see which I'm going to be hitting up. Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy 12, Vagrant Story, Star Ocean. Then the next one is this one I'm working with the lead designer on, the creative director. And these are like just a list of all the tracks we're going to have. In this case, this album is derived from a game. So the game levels are also going to be the album levels, if that makes any sense. And Mike's already given me musical advice. Maybe a woodwind to make the city feel vast. Accordions tend to go well with town music. Oh boy. Everybody's a composer. Everybody's a composer. Uh, and then this was Brad's narrative track outline, which I took he has great ideas. I do it slightly differently. But I built this narrative cue template. So as you can see, I've got the name of the cue up here. Well, actually, I'll show you the catacombs example. And each section of the piece, because I tend to write very sectionally, is described here. And so I put the cue section, intro, catacombs, root cellar, the twisted tunnels, the sewer, and I put some narrative text. So here, Tupelo enters the catacombs through the sub-basement floor. Tupelo enters the twisted tunnels. The walls are hewn from rock and have a slightly corrugated surface. Light only spills from her magic light gem. The catacomb sewer looks like a classic D&D sewer. I haven't done this yet because I haven't written it, but I'll put the bar numbers here. And then notice I'm just kind of getting down and down with the funnel. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I get what this first chunk of music is going to be. It's going to be, and the reason I put the cue section is Lou is doing all the concept art. And so I can tell Lou, I'm at the Twisted Tunnels section. I'm working on that this week. Can you send me any reference art from the Twisted Tunnels? And he can say, oh yeah, and he'll go into his reference art or his concept art folder and he'll dig out the stuff. So then I go down for the description, and then I have these little visual sonic keywords: forgotten civilization, sad, memories, slightly eerie, dusty, damp, quiet. And then below that in green, I have any reference film tracks and game tracks. And then the blue stuff is where I finally start to assemble the musical stuff. Maybe what instruments I'm going to use, maybe what scales and harmonies, maybe rhythms. Not sure yet. I may have to find some way to attach photos here because I might have write a little ostinato pattern and be like, oh, okay, this is going to be bum dum dun 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 or something. I really like this. I like this a lot. I mean, I've only started one level of music, and it's not that I'm lazy. It's that I've been so freaking busy. I wrote 4 cinematics this week for a video game, plus teaching, plus working on the VO for my buddy Damon's company. So it's just, it's been there. But this is what I'm using. And as you can see, I've gotten 3 tracks so far for this chunk to reference: Unrest, Catacombs. It was actually from Vagrant Story. There's a level called Catacombs. So I'm just gonna keep on transcribing Unrest for a bit, unless transcribe shits the bed, in which case we'll just hang out and have a listening session. Oh, Federico, you say you can attach photos. There's ways to attach photos to cells. Is that right? Okay, that's cool. Either insert. You can insert an image in a cell. That's great. Oh, that's great. Yeah, because then I can just take a snapshot from my Sibelius. Let's say I do a Sibelius sketch and I'm like, okay, this is the harmony. Holy shit, this is game changing. Dude, I don't know about you composers. If I don't get organized, I'm so disorganized. Like I can't. Yeah, it looked like under insert, it said image. And then it was image in cell or image over cells or drawing or charts. That's good. I need to be organized. I have too much going on in my life and I have too much happening that I can't figure out. So the idea being each one of these tabs will be a level, will be a queue. So I'll have like 25 tabs, right? Catacombs level, guardhouse, town theme, that kind of stuff. And then each one of the tabs will be this thing. And it might be clunky, but I don't know. I'm really changing how I'm writing. I'm trying to be much more of a creative person instead of just being like, all right, what's the brief? Go grab some reference cues, just, lay it out. Like that's perfectly fine. And there's nothing, and I'm still going to use reference cues, but I'm going to use the reference cues that I want to use, not what the brief tells me. Like if I go to the creative director, to Mike, and I'm like, look, I'm going to be listening to Final Fantasy 12 and, I don't know, Alien and whatever. Those are gonna be my references. They're really gonna work. He'll be like, yeah, man, I trust you. Like, you know what you're doing. He's not gonna be like, oh, I've been listening to, this, that, and the other. Notion and Federico said Notion and Trello are useful. Oh, brother, I got Trello right over here, man. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna incorporate Trello into my writing. I'm not sure yet. I have this. Hey, this might turn into like a little bit of a how do you manage your projects? I've been using Trello to great effect with taking let's see, project board, is that the one? No, that one I'm not using. The weekly sprint. This has been great for me to like all over here, all things that I want to do, and I drag them into my to do. It's kind of like a Kanban thing. It's been great. But I did create a music composition one. And this looks really cool because look what I'm doing. I'm gonna maybe this will help when I'm diving into it, but what I did was I'm gonna put every one of my compositions for the album here. And I'm gonna drag the card to research and notes, which is probably what I'm at with this point. Sketches, polish, orchestrate, mock-up programming, and then mixing and mastering. So it's all gonna kind of, and then done. It's kind of cool. Here, I'll scroll back because it's starting to bleed into the thing. So ideally, what will happen is as this album is working, is I'll have these cards all over the place. Like I'll have, Catacombs will be under orchestrate because we'll be working on that. But like Tupelo's theme is under polish, and then these ones are over here. I haven't gotten this yet because I'm only working on the first track. I need to put aside a week and just start pounding through this. But yeah, it's I think these tools are really, really useful for creatives. I think, and they're I'm trying to push all my organizational stuff up to the cloud. So that way I don't have to be up here all the time to write. Like I like writing downstairs. I like writing at the kitchen table. I like writing at the piano, where the girls are. Because sometimes my wife's she's a really good musician. She's a really good singer. So she's really helpful when I'm doing a theme. And she'd be like, oh, you want the theme to do this? And she'll sing a little bit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. The theme should go there, because she's a singer. So she knows how it's supposed to feel, I like this. Tim with my wife, it's supposed to feel like, yeah, Federico, man, I haven't done Notion. I thought Notion was some software. Maybe, I thought it was software that tied in with, hey, Brad, what's going on? Woo! Hey, look, oh, Brad, I just pimped out your narrative track outline, brother. This was the one that you gave me as inspiration that you're using for your album. And then I kind of did a little bit of tweaks on it just to kind of get it working for me, but the same concept, it's great, man. Oh, you can make tables in Notion. That's very cool. I may have to play with that, but I thought it was notation software. All right. Great news, by the way. Brad knows this because he's friends with my family. My best friend, his wife is going through the treatment for very treatable breast cancer. Very treatable, like very, very high success rate. Oh, okay, I'll have to try Notion. I'll try it. Well, I don't know, Federico, I don't want to dive down the rabbit hole of like trying everything. It's like I like Trello. I've done a course on it, but thanks, brother. So listen, all of my thing about my friend with cancer is she's had a fantastic first week. Her white blood cells are above where they should be. Like the doctors are really happy. Her body is like tolerating it really well. She's a fighter. So +1 Notion. Wait a second, should I do Notion instead of Trello? Damn it, Federico, I just did Notion management software. No, that should get me there. The all-in-one workspace for your notes and tasks. Oh wow. Yeah, I can see there's a Kanban kind of thing going here. Huh. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh, it's really good for team stuff. Shit. I need to talk to the Play Journal guys. Maybe we need to use this. Yeah. Damn. All right. I'll have to play with that a little bit. All right. Let's see. That's great though. I'm gonna. Yeah. I mean, I like Trello. I think Trello's pretty clean too. Trello's really powerful. Trello also integrates with Google in a really wild way, which is cool. I think it's one of those things where it's all good. Hey, believe me, you guys are using Notion. From where it looks super useful. Like it really looks. Yep, and it integrates with Google Sheets and Google Drive. Free for personal use. Oh, geez. It's really, really smart. A lot of it also is learning what workflow you want to use. Like I'm adopting an agile methodology, which is a style of game development where you do little 2-week sprints. And I really like that. I did that in the beginning of the year, and I've had a couple of really good 1 week and 2-week agile sprints where I've gotten a lot accomplished because you just kind of, it just helps my little ADD brain. I'm like, okay, these are the things that I'm going to do. These are the ones that get pushed off. Oh, Federico, I see what you're saying, which is you have different views you can change. That's pretty useful. Yeah, Trello's kind of like it is what it is, looks the way it looks. Okay, somebody wants me to donate something. All right, that's not for now. Now it's time for this. Let's see how this. Okay, good. Oh, okay, it's working. It wasn't loading before. It was acting all funky. So let's take a listen here. This is a really fun program, Transcribe. Brad, if you haven't used it, it's really, really cool to use. I'm going to bring the volume down and bring it up, okay? So I actually haven't used it that much, so I need to kind of better at it. I've got the help window up. It's one of those things where you're like, how hard can this be? I'm like, well, it's harder than you think. Yeah, Brad, I think it's actually great for the price. I think it's $49. I bought it like 5 years ago. And I just think it's phenomenal. Oh, I guess what I can't do is I can't resize the window. Okay. Okay. So I can't resize the window. Fine. Fine. I just won't. I'll just do it over here. Right. No, oh my God. I got to find a. I don't think Transcribe likes 4K monitors. So, okay. We won't make you 4K then. Here's what I'll do. Because I don't need. Sorry about this, guys and girls. We're doing it live. It's like the Bill Riley thing. We're fucking doing it live. I'm gonna collapse this window down. We're gonna get rid of Trello. Dude, I didn't believe, Brad, how much streaming just like soaks up your processor. Like, and also, well, to be fair, I also don't have a super top end graphics card. I mean, it's good. It's got 2 gigs, but it's more of a silent card. It's kind of that kind of thing. So yeah, it's really good. See, Frederick, I know you and I will get along great because you and I appreciate the same stuff. All right. Let's see what I'm doing here. So this is what I did for the first one. Hello, let's. God, my system is just acting all sorts of funky. Yeah. I do not want the time code to be shown at all. I don't know why I did that, but Sibelius sucks. You know, man, I got Sibelius for an education discount, so I'm not paying the monthly subscription. I would definitely not. I would definitely not do the monthly subscription for Sibelius if I started from scratch. I'd go to Dorico. I think it's just a better deal. wonder why transcribes being such a bitch. Whatever. I'm gonna let this thing kind of sweat out a little bit. I'll chat with you guys while you know, transcribe is busy shitting the bed. Why can it not resize? What is the big deal? Problem is I can't close it and open it, and I'll tell you why. I just got all the audio. Maybe that's the smallest it can get. I just got all the audio working and routing through OBS. And if I close and open something, like all the audio is going to shit the bed. All the routing is going to like reset. It's going to be awful. Is Dorco better, Federico? I don't know. I think it is more actively maintained and developed than Sibelius. And it is newer and it's being built for, apparently, it's really good if you're doing mockups because you can actually score into the score and then flip it and it will show the backend MIDI CC and you can send that back out to the DAW or something like that, which is pretty impressive. But you know, you don't know. Here. Hey, Lazar. Hey, Michelle. It's a long time no see, guys and girls. There we go. All right. I'm gonna be a little lazy. I'm gonna check what I did before, make sure what I did was good. I'll slow it down too. There's a duh down there. There it is. All right. There's the first chord. There it is. It's just this is a G sharp minor 6 drop 2. Dude, transcribes really help me clear stuff up. Yeah, Federico, like that's why I'm saying like I think that's why Dorky might be good. Now there was a thing called Overture, which apparently Overture 5, which was supposed to do the same thing. You would type in the score and then you would flip it, and on the back would be all the MIDI CC and the velocity, and then you could drag the starting time. So like if a library had delays and stuff like that. The reason I didn't go for that at Dorco is that I've been customizing all my content libraries. So I end up just, I mean, like literally if a sample starts late, I'll go in and like drag the start point and things like that. So, you know, that's kind of for me, like I just make it happen in Contact, and that way it's quick and fast. the way I like it. All right, let's see what we got here. That's our first chord. Jesus. All this guy's doing are minor 7 flat 5 chords in drop 2 voicing. That's this entire thing. Jesus, what a fucking one-trick pony. So hey Mark, what's going on? Mark Samani, media composer. How are you, sir? Hey Mark, congratulations, man. I heard some of your early projects have been getting some awards. That's really great news, man. Congratulations, man. Michelle. So look at this, man. Like, Jesus, like, dude, one-trick pony. So what's he doing there? Oh my God. Okay, so the first 2 chords are literally G sharp minor add 6 to a C sharp, so up a 4th, and then he just opens the voicing up. That's all it is. So this is literally just minor triads, add 6 chords. All right, dude, Transcribe is so worth it for this stuff. I finally got off my butt, dug it out and found it on like a CD. I know this is boring as all get out. This is... Really? Is that what you're doing? That's what I thought. So by the way, this is what drives me nuts about this transcription. Look what I did. I did an E, an A, and a B, an E, and an F. Like that. And apparently that E is down an octave. You know how hard it is to hear that? Oh my God, really? Yeah, man. Brad and I were having a good time yesterday, man. Next we're doing a roast over on Brad's channel. Oh. Look who decided to show up. The original studio dog. Ripley. It's not a COVID cough. Oh, Rip. What a buddy. This one is always going to be the baby. She's the big angel. Yeah. Hearing the chord over and over again makes me feel like I'm in a video game standing outside the boss fight room but not going in. I know. It's like, Why do like transcribing can be weirdly meditative, but it can also be weirdly frustrating because I mean this is the shit you do, you know? It's like, but man, what better way to take all of your jazz knowledge and figure out what the hell's going on, you know? That's close enough. Dude, people like nobody's paying me for this. All right. What do I do here? Let's see what's going on with this. This is fun for the ears. How close am I with these first 2 bars? First 3 bars. That's right. That's right. Man, I don't think there's an F there. I don't know. It's really hard to hear. Oh. That's a leftover F. That's a leftover F, I think, isn't it? Let's try that. I think that's what it is. I'm going to move on from this. I'm not going to kill myself. This is the second time I've listened to this bit. And it's just driving me nuts. There it is. Got it right. It's all about, yeah. And Mark's even crazier. He's West Coast. Like, Mark, you shouldn't even be drinking yet. You still have like 5 hours of work you got to do. He's gone to the dark side. He's going to the west side. West side. All right. Move on. Keep on getting this going. Come on. Play. What a great set of chords, too, man. Yeah. I thought Mark, you went west. I think he went out west, didn't you? Could be wrong. Walking across the sitting room. It's an A flat. You ever played Genesis, Supper's Ready? Walking across the sitting room, I turn the television on, sitting beside you. You ever heard, oh, that's right, Mark, you're on the East Coast. I'm so sorry, that was what it was. I thought there was a West Coast thing happening. Well, then drink up, me mateys, because why not? So by the way, Nobuo Uematsu was a huge prog rock guy, so now you can understand why. So I got a question for the composer nerdlings. This is a real question. This is a real, yeah, Mark, stay here. It's more fun. You know what? I wasn't talking to Federico about this, although I think we will, but I was talking to one of my other students who's in London. We are in a place where we can truly be decoupled from a location to make it as a composer. It might take some more work, but not like 30 years ago where it's like, dude, if you're not in LA, oh, Studio Dog has arrived. So man, like until you're proven otherwise, man, just do your thing, but just be smart about marketing yourself. So Federico says, Mike, what do you think is the process of coming out with a composition progression like this? Federico, I was literally about to ask the Hive. Okay, I can understand how to write a theme and I can do it. But when you just do block harmonies like this, like a jazz thing, what do you guys do to kind of get started and organize the form? Because it's very fluid. This is why I transcribe. Now, I have a feeling we're going to see 4-bar and 8-bar chunks. Yes, exactly. Studio Dog just did the thing where it's like, like there's 2 of them. So composing nerds out to the Hive. What do you guys and girls do when you want to do something where these harmonies sit and are lush and you want to build, an actual cohesive section out of it, and not just be moving from chord to chord haphazardly? I can already see the thing that he did that was cool was this. If you look at his first 2 bars are a chord that he voiced the way he liked it. And then he just moved the chord up a 4th. I think he may have revoiced it a little bit, but the same 4 notes are relative in both places. Like it's a minor triad add 6 down here, and up a 4th is a minor triad add 6 down there. So I'm trying to figure out like what how a composer might generate this. I can see the first 2 bars. The first 2 bars make sense, which is come with a stack that you like. And that takes 10 minutes of playing around. And then just, modulate it in a pleasing way. And I think, Federico, we've talked about this. Circle of 4ths and circle of 5ths work great because the audience is used to those motions. So if you want to start, you could just as easily have moved up a minor 3rd. So I could have done, what am I doing? Right, I gotta do this open voicing. Right, I could have done that up a minor 3rd, but that 4th feels better, that motion of a 4th. So, Brad, Mr. Composer, I love how everyone's, Brad, knows more about composing than I do because when he was an undergraduate, he studied under me. And I'm like, there's no studying. It was like, here's how you score a film. It was 3 classes, and then it was like, let's just hang out and like analyze Williams because he's a genius. So I don't know. What do you guys and girls think? How do you approach building a frame like this if you're just doing these block harmonies? Because I'm boozing. Is this track psycho inspired? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Because honestly, those minor 6, minor triad add 6, they can also be called minor 7 flat 5s, depending on how you voice them. Like, so if I say minor triad add 6, and I also mean minor 7 flat 5, it depends upon the inversion. They are really hot in certain types of jazz fusion and a lot of progressive rock. And Nobuo Uematsu was known as a prog rock dude. So I think it's coming from his prog rock background. Because the psycho chord is a major minor 7th. These are minor 7 flat 5. Different chord. I'm not saying I'm not doing an interview. I'm not like, oh, those are so stupid. I don't mean like that. I'm just saying, nah, I don't think so. I think this chord is really influenced by progressive rock. All right, let me go through this here and get to this spot here. No one wants to volunteer. Oh, Ripley's done. Come to your studio, dog. Okay. So we're in a pretty good spot here. Yeah. Hold on one sec. My baby girl's calling. In the finale, you hear the major sixth. Hold on just a sec. Hey, what's up? Okay. Sounds great. And then we'll hang out and do a thing, right? I love it. I want to hear all about how the doctor went and everything, okay? Got it. I love you. Thank you. I'll see you in about. Bye-bye. Bye. The girls are coming back from the doctors. This is like a glimpse into the life of Farkle. This is what I do. I just sit, write, the dogs show up, my daughter calls me. This is my day. In the finale near the end, you hear the major sixth. Oh yeah, that's probably what you're hearing. I'm thinking of like the classic psycho chords, the classic those ones. But yeah, there's a major sixth in there, definitely. I just realized something. If I want to be technically precise, sorry, I gotta do this. It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't. He actually added. There, he actually added a bar. So it's a 6-bar phrase. Interesting. All right, let's move on to bar 7 because we want to get to the next part. We've already done this kind of. I don't know about you guys, and it's not for everybody, but I find transcription to be fascinating. I think transcription is so cool because to me, it gives me ideas for what to do with this head full of knowledge that I have. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I got all these chords, but I don't know how to freaking use them. I have some ideas and I have some patterns that I do, but every time I transcribe, I'm like, oh, like this. I'm like, what a smart way to use minor 7 flat 5 chords or minor 7, whatever, minor flat. And probably minor 7 flat 5s because I said so. Let me get to this. This is also why transcribe is great. Now, to be fair, you can do this in your DAW, of course. But man, all the shit that it can do, like the little like frequency readings, and it kind of tries to build the chords for you, and you can slow it down. Oh man, it's great. Federico, have any of you tried to build jazz harmonies with the tonets, by the way? No. What is the tonets? No, no. Keep on working while I do this. I'm trying to transcribe 4 bars a day, and I've been really bad this week. I'm going back to Federico and Brad. We were talking about organization and committing to our daily tasks. I'm trying to come up with 3 to 4 small daily tasks that I can do every day to make myself a better composer. And one of them, of course, one of them is right, but that's I mean that's easy. I'm just saying I have to anyways, Oh yeah. I to be fair, a lot of times I'll pull stuff out of the EIS stuff. Like I was doing this really let me uh let me add this only because I'll add this only because I want to have it as a thing to play with. I like sometimes to pick a structure and to just build an opening structure and see if that harmony kind of excites me. So, by the way, I'm using the oh shoot, we already have a piano. Oh right, this is in focus mode, right? So I was working on one thing that was there we go. That was this really cool um like 5-part chordal structure, which is so cool. You know, Michelle, have a great weekend. Take care, brother. Yeah, this is just a relaxing hang. Watch me transcribe, learn some stuff, and this big stack gave me some ideas. So I like some time, but I got this from one of the lessons in EIS. It was talking about building a big, a big sound. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool to basically give a jumping off point, especially for like these things where like I haven't written a lot where I'm like, let me just sit on a harmony and allow the harmony to drive the piece. What's up, M Dash Man? What's up, man? How are you? The tonus is a conceptual diagram representing tonal space. I've seen this. I have. It can be very useful. By the way, Fantasy Grounds, if you've not played online D&D, um, it's a transformative grid. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Um so this is the tonets grid. And it shows relationships from a root tone of C. So if you'll notice, the circle of fifths is the horizontal flat, right? Like it goes up the circle of fifths, the circle of fourths, and then it goes down the circle of fifths on the left, whatever. And then you look on the each root tone relation is an axis. So here's descending minor thirds, ascending minor thirds. Yeah, the tonus relationship visualizes close and distance relationships between different chords. So you can see the C and the A flat are actually related fairly closely because they're 1 unit apart on the major third relationship, which is why I think you can get away with it, like James Horner. Yeah. So yeah, so for example, this is how chords that might be not in the same diatonic fifth relationship can work. Well, that's C is to A. It works because it's only one spot away, whereas C to D sharp is really far away. Even though it's got common tones, like the root tone, it's very distant. This, you know what? Two things. One is this thing is great. Like whatever it takes to give you ways to connect chords. And remember, I view this as just connecting root tones. So I could have a C ninth structure, go to a G sharp structure, and that'd be a G sharp seventh chord in fourths. So I'm using the C to the G sharp, but I'm moving from a ninth structure actually to an 11th structure. right? So that's kind of cool. Or C major 9 structure to a G sharp minor 7th. It's great for coming up with root tone patterns, you know? We have a similar chart to this in the equal interval system. And I'm not saying like, ooh, the EOS, I'm saying we have a chart like this. Here, find it. So the reason I'm saying this is not CEIS is so great. What I'm saying is these are good charts to have because they give you ideas on how to move from root tone to root tone where maybe you're not just thinking of circle of fifths. So this is a bit simplified, but you know, it basically has a similar function where it shows you how you can connect root tones that are not in circle of fifths and fourths. So Brad, you were saying you've used the Tunnets thing. I didn't know that. I think this is brilliant. Federico, I've heard of this. I haven't dived into it, but it looks fantastic. It just gives you choices, you know, just like cool chord choices. This is really cool. I've heard of neo-Riemann theory. I don't know what it is. It's great. So wait, Federico says the head composition had a better version. It just makes more sense to have major triads as triangles pointing upwards than downwards. Oh yeah. But you can work through it. Oh, interesting. So Brad, what did Brad and Federico, like what have you play with this? All right, you give me some homework for the day. What I like about this is this: anything that gets me away from Roman numerals is a good thing, because Roman numerals does not work in today's music. It doesn't work in today's jazz. Even though it's 2-5-1, I'm like, yeah, but you're constantly moving. It's like the whole 2-5-1. Even that is like it's very micro analytic. It's like 2-5-1 in this key, and then 2-5-1 in this key. And then people are like, well, I'm just going to ignore the 5 and just do 2-1. I'm like, well, now you're just chaining chords together. So you might as well, but I'm going to substitute the flat 6 for the 2 because of blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, now you're just chaining chords together. So now your logic has to be fulfilled in a different way. Oh, yeah. Okay. This basically is a way to provide good voice leading when you are not moving in circle of fifths, right? Yeah. This is great. You should learn stuff like this. Oh, apparently Schoenberg did a chart of the regions. Funny enough, they don't do seconds. They don't do seconds in this. They don't do motion by seconds and motion by minor seconds. Wonder why? Because you can do that. Great. Yeah, man. Don't even worry about Roman numerals. They're so dated. And everyone's like, well, how do you keep control of your harmony? I'm like, well, you do it formally, and you do things like start on a chord and end on a chord. That's what freaking Horner does in Star Trek. Like, think about what he does in Star Trek. Rant coming. Here we go. He starts off and he's in C. There, start on C. I ended on C, right? Yeah, basically, how nihilist of you, Brad. Hey, this is cool though. I'm gonna play with this. This is good to have like printed out because it gives you ideas of moving between chord areas. Well, that's what I just said that, Federico. I said, look, if you go left and right from the C, you got the circle of fourths and the circle of fifths. You know, I said that. You are right, sir. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I said that. I was right, and you were right. We're all right. All right, let me just go on here. All right, let's get transcribe it done. That's right. Yep. B, F, E flat, A. Oh, right, because it's it. Oh, was your little beautiful little creature moving and being, go be a dad. It's totally cool. Let's keep on going with this. Now this transcription is really helping to speak. Oh God, there's a resolution. Da-da, 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 da-da. Oh, that's cool. So it's a flat 5 to it's a B7 flat 5 in drop 2. This is close enough. I'm not sweating the actual rhythm of this. Go fight the boss, coward. I need. We're doing our first game. We're doing is a narrative point and click adventure game. I'm gonna do a 2-bar loop. That's just these 2 minor 7 flat 5 chords that are just moving back and forth over, like, each one's gonna be held for like 2 bars, and I'm gonna be like, this is gonna be like the loop that plays when you basically have explored the entire level, and it's the ability. It's our version of telling you, leave the room. There's nothing else to, like, once you picked up everything in the room, it's just gonna be that. It's gonna be right. Just over and over again, and that's just gonna loop, and like the players will be like, why is nothing happening? It's like, because you need to leave the room. You found everything in the room. That's funny. I'm funny. Thanks for joining me when I've gotta get that tie. The resolution. Da 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 da. I don't think he's got the D in there. It's here. I don't think the D's in there. I think it's just 3 notes. I'm going to add the D. What's the timing of this? This. Here's the 9.8 resolution. Hey, Mike. All of you dicks are now voice 2. This is what's actually happening with this. Oh, look at that. This software is called Transcribe. It's like $40, $49. It's totally worth it, dude. Bought it years ago. They haven't really updated it. I don't even know. I think the last update I got was like 2015. Doesn't matter though. It's good. It's good for this shit. It really is. This is actually oddly relaxing, isn't it? When you do it this way. You're not like, no, granted, this is a really mellow piece. If we were doing like, you know, freaking the truck chase and Raiders, it'd be like, oh, yeah, oh, geez. My time is not quite right, but whatever, I don't care. Oh. It actually moves here. Or close enough. Not quite right, but let me do one more pass, we'll move on. By the way, you notice I'm shearing off the the attack of each bar a little bit because the reverb is bleeding in from the ohm. Hey Liam, what's up? Hey Liam, you know, you were asking earlier about like how do you start to like learn these things? This is how you transcribe. You just do this. And here I am listening, just and I'm using the cheats. Look, man, this has like little chords. Da-dum, da-dum. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I know, Liam. I'm with you, brother. Like it never ends, right? Especially because here's the thing. I've already seen how much your ear is sharpened up over the last semester. So now there's music that you want to listen to that you didn't know you had to listen to. Because now you've like been exposed to more. So you're like, oh man, I have this list and I've been chipping away at it. And then you're like, and the list like grows because it's like, well, now I want to listen to this. It's like I was re-listening to some Alien the other day, and I was like, I transcribed and reduced a cue from Alien, the main title theme. And I was like, all right, I know this. And I listened to it. I was like, oh, I got to go back and listen to this again because it's so good. And it's like, oh, now I got to go listen to like Aliens just came. And I'm like, I got to listen to this now. It's like, at some point we have to write something, right? We see how this is going here. This is coming up pretty nicely. Chord might not be exactly right, but it's pretty close. Good night, Brad. Thanks for hanging for a bit, man. Take care. Yeah, I gotta go. Da, da. Yep. Night, Brad. Thanks, man. Easier than I thought. There's a 9/8. F minor ninth chord there. Really, really cool ending there. We'll do that. We'll do that when I'll finish up with that. That's right. We're gonna wrap up pretty soon. Federico, before you go, have a great night, man. Good seeing you, brother. But next week, maybe instead of doing transcription, I'm just doing it this week because I have to do it. And I promise to be on Farkle Friday every week. Does anybody have any requests for what they want to do for next week? Something a little bit more theory or like listening or something? Anything? Any requests? Because we're gonna wrap up in a couple minutes. This was nice and relaxing. It was kind of cool to watch, but people might want to do something different. So requests. Anything? Anybody? Anything? Who? Anybody? Bueller? Nothing, huh? No one wants to do anything. Interesting. And Tiffany. Whoa, what do you mean, Liam? Yeah, I'll wait for you, Federico. I won't leave yet. You give me your request, and Liam and Tiffany. You mean like back and forth between like different groups of instruments, like that kind of stuff? We could talk about that. I could do a piece like that. Oh yeah, Liam, that's a great one. Moving melodies from one instrument family to another. Sure, like basically like developing a melody through the orchestra. I did a Farkle Friday on Counterpoint. You can check it out. It's decent. There's some good stuff in there. That's free. How about doing cliched scenes without sounding cliched? I don't know, man. I did Vampires on a Boat and I really cliched those scenes. Oh man, the harmonies, chord progression to specific emotions and meanings. Yeah. 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 All right. These are good things. We'll do one of those next week. Let's make it a little like, yeah, Liam, take the counterpoint one. It's worth checking out because I think it's got a cool way of thinking about counterpoint that might help you a little bit. We can talk about moving melodies from one instrument family to another. That'd be cool. Cliched scenes without sounding cliched. All right, I'll have to think about that one because I think I score pretty cliched. I don't know if you saw my Vampires on a Boat stuff. I was pretty like dated with my sound. Director liked it though. And Federico, definitely like harmonies to emotions. I'm not great at that, but I've got some ideas that can help. It's more like I've got some references that tend to work. And those references, I haven't gotten all the references yet, but those ones definitely work. Yeah. All right. Let's do that. We'll do it next week. Let's make like a true like Farkle Friday hang thing where like I get the Spalius up and I get like the, you know. Oh, Liam, that was your feedback from one of your projects. Was you need to work on Tiffany, counterpoint, and voice leading. Okay, we'll help you out with that. How to creeping around the house without relying on pits. Yeah. Dun, 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 I ran into that with my one of my cinematics that I did for this video game that I'm working on. She was literally creeping around their house. I did this like bassoon, like bum 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 dun, 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 right? And the guy came back and he's like, "Nah, it's too creepy." And I'm like, "But she's creeping around a house in the thunderstorm. What do you want me to do?" But I can maybe help with that with some ideas about that. All right, let's do that. And then Liam, I'll help you with some of the voice leading stuff. It's we'll do that. Might not be a Farkle Friday. Maybe we'll just do that like for one of our sessions. That'd be kind of fun. All right, I like our two things, which is how to do stuff without sounding cliched and harmonies and vertical stacks that create emotions, and what are they and how do you discover them. That sounds good. Let's do that. We'll do it next week. It'll be fun. And my Farkle Friday is going to be early next week. It's going to be from like, yeah, good night, Federico. I'll see you next week, brother. It's going to be like 1200, like, or 1230 Eastern time. The reason why is I'm going to do a 1.5 hour Farkle Friday, and then I'm going to jump on with Brad at his channel at 2, and we're going to do a roast for a couple hours. So that'll probably be like 1400 Eastern, which is, and it's now 1645 Eastern. So we'll do that little bit of theory, and then we'll go in and do some roasting with Brad. That'll be a lot of fun. And then yeah. And then maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I'll do whatever I don't do that for Friday the next one. Maybe I'll do like emotions next week, and then I'll do like how to score scenes the week after or something like that. I don't know. We'll have some fun with it. Today was I needed to transcribe. I haven't transcribed in 4 days, and I was like, I'm trying to do it every day, and I was like, I'm really bad. So, all right, I'll let you gentlemen and ladies go. It's a small but intimate, fun group. Thanks for listening to it. I'm so glad we. I'm in Philadelphia, which is south of New York City, so I'm Eastern time zone. So East Coast of America. I feel like I'm 5 or 6 hours behind you, Mike. Right. Liam, you're in his neck of the woods, aren't you? In the London time zone as well, or the UK time zone? Yeah. So it should be like either 9:46 p.m. your time or 10:46 p.m. your time, which means when I do my Farkle Friday at the early hour, it'll be like 4:30 or 5:30 your time, which is really good. Yeah. So you guys can pour a beverage because we're still locked down for the next couple of months until this vaccine keeps on getting through. But it's getting through, man. You got to stay positive. We're artists, man. We're not nihilists. We believe in the beauty and the set. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So yeah, so next week's Farkle Friday would be earlier. It'd be like 12:30, or yeah, dude. So am I. I've been drinking since like 2 p.m. Like I'm just like, I'm fried, man. Up and on that, um, yeah, baby. Yep, and I gotta go because yes, because Sarah is meeting with me to go over Google Drive because we were organizing it for my new projects and all these things. Oh, Liam, work was hell. I'm sorry, buddy. It's not fun. Yeah, you need to be drinking and just chilling and listen. And by the way, was this music chill or what? It was like, hey, let's just chill out for a bit and kind of just enjoy this mellow thing, right? This made life a little bit better. Absolutely, it will do. She just came back from taking Kate to the doctor. Nothing major. I think Kate's got like a ding or a tweak in her leg or something, and she's got a little bit of anxiety. She's a teenager. She's like locked down. It's like she's handling it really, really well, but sometimes it gets to her. So we're just doing the best we can and working on it. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go spend time with my ladies. Yeah, man. Dude, Final Fantasy IX. Man, that's a hidden gem of a score. I forgot how good that is. I want to write shit like that. Really. That's why I'm doing all this transcription. I want to fucking write like that. I have the tools. I just don't know how they're doing it yet. So, I want to learn that. So yeah. No, we're real good about that. Like we've been sanitizing in masks. Honestly, the CDC and masks are important, but the 1-2 punch is like social distance and sanitization. Masks are supposed to be if you get close. So I live in a walking town. Like I'm always 15 feet away from people, 10 feet away from people, sanitizing. Like even when I go to church and I play, I'm in my own pew. The nearest people are like 10 feet away from me. Now we all wear masks and we're indoors, but it's like, I'm really not worried. Like even the CDC says it's like, if you sanitize and do social distancing and do masks, like this is, the reason that we have these outbreaks is that people don't do that. It's they get together and they, do all things you're not supposed to do. So, but I will, Liam. Thank you for the heads up and reminder. I'll make sure when I go down, I'll do a quick little hand sanitization. The girls will as well. They're really good about that. We have sanitization when they walk in the house. They kind of do that, and the set and the other. Yeah, man. Especially, especially because we're seeing the end in sight. Like, you know what I'm saying, Liam? Like, I agree with you. It's like we are seeing the end in sight. Our vaccinations are coming. The reports from the infectious diseases specialists in the U.S. are like, this vaccine is insanely good. They're like, it is like basically. When everyone says 94%, what that means is 94% of the people don't even get symptoms, and the remaining 6% get a mild cold. So the vaccine's so effective that it blunts COVID all the way down to like a cold. So it's like this is one of those times where it's like Orpheus when he's at the edge of the tunnel leaving the realm of death. It's like this is when you don't look back. Like just focus on the goal, right? Double down on the caution for like 3 to 4 more months. The end is in sight, right? That kind of thing. That's how I think of it. So anyways, all right, we got off track on that. That's okay. Well, it's Friday with Farkle. Hey, thanks for coming and hanging. It's really nice to see the gang, even text wise, and next week we'll do something educational and fun. It's yeah, Liam, right. I think you and I are on the same page, right? It's like this is when you can do this is a dangerous time for you. I'll see you next week, Liam. Have a good night's sleep. I'm really sorry about the day being bad. I'll see you next week, though. Have some fun. And everybody else, thanks for making it. Mike, come next week and we'll do some, if you're going through hell, keep going. And next week we'll do some like fun little educational stuff. We'll do a little more listening, which would be kind of cool. I'll do some of this transcription on my own time because hopefully the next time I do this, I'll be writing the cue for the first cue. I just need to kind of get some stuff into my brain. All right. everybody have a great night. God bless. Stay safe. Good to see you all. And oh, Peter, you just came when we left. We're wrapping up, dude. So I've been on for about an hour and a half. Yeah, that's all right though. It was just me transcribing, really, really light. Next week is going to be good. We're going to talk about scoring scenes without sounding cliched, or harmonic stacks and how they can trigger different emotions. So that's gonna be good. So that'll be a good one, and it's gonna be earlier in the day. It's gonna be 12:30 Eastern New York time. So, all right, everybody, I'm gonna turn off the stream. Good night, everybody. I'll see you all next.